Hello everyone. In today's lecture, we are going to learn about selection sort. So, first we will see what is selection sort. It is an in-place sorting algorithm, requires no additional storage space. Now, what is the meaning of in-place? You don't need any additional storage after sorting the data. So that's why it is called as in place. So name is selection sort because it repeatedly selects smallest element from the given list of elements. It works well for smaller files. When your data is smaller, that time you can use the selection sort. It is very easy to implement as compared to other sorting algorithms. It does not scale well, that is the time complexity is not very good. It is O of n square in every case, that is best case, average case and worst case. So now we'll see the selection sort algorithm. We have to first find the minimum element from the given list. Swap it with the value in the current position. You have to repeat this process for all the elements until entire array is sorted. So here is the example. We will see the selection sort algorithm with the example. Now this is the input array given. Now what is array? Collection of elements of similar type. Now you can see there are 4 elements are there in this array: 32, 23, 12 and 21. All are of type integer. And they are in some random order. They are put up in the array. They are not sorted. Sorted means smallest element should come first and the largest element should come last. It should be in the ascending order by default. But this is not in ascending order. It is in some random order. So we need to sort this array using selection sort algorithm. Now we'll have a iterations. Iteration 1 means what? Iteration means same thing we are doing again and again. So pass, or you can say the iteration. So first iteration, take the array, input array, and place the pointer I, means I is pointing to this 32, and next element you consider it as a j. So j is pointing at 23. Wherever I is pointing, next place you have to make sure j is pointing. And initially put it mean also at the same place where I is pointing. Okay, so mean and I will be pointing at the same place. That is mean is equal to I. So now next you have to find the minimum element from this array. That's why we have taken this mean pointer. So there are 3 variables I have created. One is I, one is j and third one is mean. Okay. 0, 1, 2, 3. Array has the index number. 0 position, first position, second position, third position. Now 0th position what is there? 32 is there. First position what is there? 23 is there. Second position what is there? 12. And third position what is there? 21. So now value of I and mean is 0 because they are at the 0th position, and value of j is 1 because it is at the next position after I. Now we have to find the minimum element from this array. So we have to initially we have to consider this first element is the smallest element because mean is pointing at this first element, that is 32. So now we have to compare this mean element with the j element every time. Okay, and if the j element is found smaller than the mean element, then you have to make sure mean is equal to j. You have to place the mean counter at the same place where j is pointing in that case. Now consider this first element as the mean element. Okay, it has to be compared with the jth element. Now a of mean, that is 32. Currently you're considering 32 is the smallest element because their mean is pointing, and a of j, that is a of 1, is 23. So you have to compare, you have to check whether a of j is less than a of mean. If you found a of j is less than a of mean, put the value of j in mean, and mean will point at the same position where j is pointing. Okay, so in that case mean will become 1 only because j is pointing at 1, so mean also will become 1. So now we can see clearly that a of j is 23 and a of mean is 32. So we can clearly see that j is smaller than mean value. So you have to make sure mean is, whatever the value of j is there, that will be the value of mean. So value of j is 1, so value of mean also will be 1. So mean will be pointing at 1 position now. So now currently the mean is what? 23. Don't touch I. For the first iteration, I will always point at the first place only. So now mean is pointing at the second location, that is 23, because j was pointing over here. So mean will also point over here. And value of j will be incremented. to check whether next value is also smaller than the current mean value or not. Now the next j value is 12. Now the current mean is pointing at 23. So again compare j with mean. Now a of mean, that is mean is 1. So a of 1 is what? 23. And a of j is what? J is pointing at location 2. So a of j is what? 12. So now again compare. Is a of j less than a of mean? A of j is 12 and a of mean is 23. Is 12 less than 23? Yes. So if a of j is less than a of mean, you have to put the value of j in mean. Value of j was 2 and value of mean was 1. So whatever the value of j is there, that you have to put it in mean. So value of mean also will become 2 now. So now mean has come to the position 2. You can see in this third array. Okay. Now mean is pointing at the position 2 and as usual j will be incremented one place further. That is j will be pointing at 21 element now. So now we have to compare again mean with the j. Now is a of j smaller than a of mean? A of j is 21 and a of mean is 12. Is 21 less than 12? No, it is not less than 12. So it won't get swept. Mean will be at the position where it was. Okay. So now j will be pointing over here and mean is still here only. So now j has reached to next position where no element is present. So array is over. So when the array is over, what you have to do? You got your minimum element. You have traversed from the starting to last position. We started mean from here and we have reached by comparing it with the j value and we found out that 12 is the minimum we found it, okay, after traversing. So once you find the minimum element, we have to swap it or exchange it with the I value, that is wherever the I is pointing, beginning of the array, we have to place that element. So now 12 is the mean element, okay, and I is pointing at 32, that is beginning of the array. So 12 will come at the 32's place. See over here, 12 has come and 32 will go as 12's place. So now at the end of the iteration 1, you can see we got the smallest element at the first place. Okay, array will be sorted in ascending order by default. So smallest element we got at the first place. So this is the output of the iteration 1. Now in iteration 2, we won't consider this first element for sorting because it is already at its place. So we'll consider the next 3 elements which are remaining. So now 23 is the first element, 32 next and 21 is there at the last. So now I will point to 23 because it is the beginning of the array. Mean will point wherever I is pointing initially and j will point to the next place after I. Since I is pointing at 23, j will point at 32 next. Now again compare mean with j. So now I is 1, mean is 1 and j is 2 because I and mean are pointing at the position 1 and j is pointing at position 2. So what is a of I? A of I is 23, a of mean is also 23 and a of j is 32. So now compare whether a of j is less than a of mean. What is a of j? A of j is 32. From this we know. And a of mean is what? 23. So now is 32 less than 23? No. Since this if condition is false, mean won't go further. Mean will remain at the same place and j will get incremented. See, second step, mean did not change. Mean is there only. So we are trying to increment the value of j and j has reached last place, that is at where 21 element is there at position 3. So now again compare mean with j. So now what is a of mean? A of mean is 23 only. A of j is what now? 21. So a of j is 21 and a of mean is 23. Now is 21 less than 23? Compare a of j and a of mean. So is 21 less than 23? Yes, it is less than 23. So mean will take the position of j. So whatever the value of j is there, that will be the value of mean. Currently the value of j was what? 3. So value of mean also will be 3. So now mean and j both are pointing at the same location. You can see over here. Okay. Now again j will be incremented to the next position but there are no elements present further. So it will come out of the loop, okay, and j won't be incremented further. So now we've got our smallest element, that is 21, because mean is pointing to that element in the array. So now once we got the smallest element as 21, we have to see whether I is also pointing at the same position. Is it the same place where mean is pointing? No, mean is pointing at 21. So mean is not equal to I. So in that case, we have to swap the value of mean and I, because we want minimum element at the start of the array. Okay, so 21 will be swapped with 23. So 21 will come over here and 23 will go at last place. So at the end of the iteration 2, you can see two smallest element took their place. First is 12 and next is 21. So these two elements are sorted now in the array, and we have an unsorted part of the array, that is 32 and 23. So in the iteration 3, 12, 21 will be taken out. Now we will only consider this part, unsorted part of the array, because this is a sorted part of the array. So now again I will point at the starting position of the unsorted array, and wherever I is pointing initially, min also will point at that position only. So both will point at the element 32, and j will point to the next element from where I is pointing. So after I, next place is this, okay, where 23 is there. So it will point over there. So currently value of I is 2, value of min is also 2, and value of j is 3. So now a of I is 32, a of min is also 32, and a of j is 23. So now again compare whether a of j is less than a of min. If a of j is less than a of min, then wherever the j is pointing, their min will point. So min will be equal to j. So now what is a of min? 32. And what is a of j? 23. So is 23 less than 32? Yes. 23, you can see clearly it's less than 32. So what we have to do? We have to make sure mean is equal to j. So wherever j is pointing, the same place mean will point now. So mean will be what? Mean is equal to j. So j is 3. So mean also will be 3. So mean will take the place where j is pointing. So now mean and j is pointing at the element 23. Okay, now if you increment j further, there are no elements left. So we have to stop here and check whether I and mean are same. I and mean are same, then there is no change, because I will always point at the beginning of the unsorted array. So we have to place a minimum element at that position. Now if you can see I is pointing at position 2 and j is minimum mean element is pointing at position 3. They are not pointing at the same position. Okay, so in that case what you have to do, you have to swap the value of I and mean. So 32 will come at 23's place and 23 will go at 32's place. You can see over here. So now 23 got his place. So 12, 21 and 23 are sorted array, and only one element is unsorted. So now we can't go further anywhere. This element we have to put it at the last after sorted array. So 12, 21, 23 and last element will be 32. So now if you see, our array is sorted in the ascending order. First is 12, smallest, then 21, 23 and last is 32. So there are 3 iterations. You can see the iteration 3 and 4 elements were there in the array. So our array size was what? 4. And how many passes or iterations were there? Total number of iterations were what? N minus 1 iterations. That is 4 minus 1, 3 iterations. You can see this iteration 3 is the last iteration. So when there are 4 elements in selection sort, number of iterations or passes will be 1 less than that. So one for loop will take for I. So I will be initially at always at the 0th position. As you can see, I is pointing at 0th position in our iteration 1 also. I equal to 0. How many passes are there, or how many iterations? We got 3 iterations. So I will be what? Less than n minus 1, because iterations are 3. So I will go till 3 iterations. So at the most I will go over here, I less than n minus 1 and then I plus plus. Now we have to make sure mean is pointing at the same position where I is pointing. So mean is equal to I. So wherever the I is pointing at 0th position. So mean also will point at 0th position only. So mean is equal to I. So both will point at 0th position only. Then we have to take the loop for j. Why we have to take the loop for I and j? Because they are going to traverse. Loop is required when You have to move from one place to another again and again. Okay, otherwise what will happen? I will remain here only and j will also remain here only. We don't want that. We want I to move till end, and we also want to move j till end. Why? In order to sort the array so that we can put all the elements in the order. So now for j will always be present at the next position where I is there. So I is there at a 0th position now. So j will be at the next position where I was there. So I is there at 0th. So j will be at 1. Okay. So j will be what? I plus 1 initially always. Okay. It will point to the position where initially I is pointing next position. So j will be equal to I plus 1. Now j will go till the end of the array, that is till last position, that is till this, okay, till third place. N is equal to 4. So j is less than n. So j will go till third position and then j plus plus. Now you have to check the condition. If a of j is less than a of min, that is, now you can see a of j is what, 23, and a of min is what, 32. So is a of j 23 is less than a of min? If yes, if it is less than, then what we have to do? We have to make sure min is pointing at the same position where j is pointing, because value present at the jth location is lesser than the mean value where mean is pointing. Okay, so we saw that 23 is less than 32. So mean will change its place and mean will go where j is pointing, because he found that j was much smaller than him. Okay, so he will take that j's place. So then again the value of j will be incremented now, and j plus plus will become. Now what is j plus plus? Here j plus plus will become. Now what is j will become? 2. Now j is pointing at the element present at the location 2, that is 12. Okay, now again compare. A of j, that is 12, is less than a of min, that is 23. So now is 12 less than 23? Yes. So if 12 is less than 23, again you have to change the position of mean. So mean was pointing at position 1. Now mean will point at position 2. Okay. That is at 12. So mean will be pointing at location 2 now. Okay. Again j will be incremented and now j will become what? 3. So now again compare a of j, that is 21, is less than a of mean. What is a of mean? A of 2, that is 12. Is 21 less than 12? No, it is not less than 12. So mean will remain there only and j will increment its place by 1. Okay, again j will increment to 4. Now you check the condition. Is 4 less than 4? N is also 4. And we got j is also 4. Is 4 less than 4? No. So it will come out of the loop. And what it will check after coming out? If mean is not equal to I, we got that 12 as the minimum element. So we have to replace it with the I, because I always point at the starting of the n sorted array. And we have to get the smallest element at the start. So mean has to, we have to swap the value of a of mean with a of I. So now we have swapped the a of mean with a of I, that is 12 came at ith place and 32 went at means place. We got the smallest element at the start, that is 12, and it is sorted in the iteration 1. Like this we have to trace this algorithm. If you do the same thing, if you trace this again and again, you will get the sorted array. So once you change the value of I and mean, I will be incremented to 1 now. So this value of I will be incremented to 1. So now I will point at location 23 in next iteration, because now 12 is already sorted. At 0th position where I was pointing, that place is sorted now. So I will point to the 23. Now this will be the starting of unsorted array. So in the iteration 2, I will point to 23, and initially mean also will point to that same place and j will point to the next location. So I have executed this in the code blocks editor. As you can see, the same function I have written in the main function. I have taken the array, same array I have taken of size 4, 32, 23, 12 and 21. Okay, initially I have taken the unsorted array. Okay, and then I've called the selection sort function to sort the unsorted array. Now this is a selection sort algorithm. I've written selection sort function over here. It is taking as a input array A and size of the array, that is n. In our case n is 4. So all these are variables I, j, mean, k and temp, which stores the indexes of the array. Now we have two for loop, one for loop for I and one for loop for j. Okay, so initially I will point to 0 and I will go till the n minus 1 position, and initially wherever the I is pointing, there only mean will point, so mean will be equal to I. Now we have a next for loop which is j, and j will always point after I. So I was pointing at 0, so j will initially will be what? I plus 1, so it will point at 1 position, and j will go till the last element of the array. So j is less than n and j plus plus. Now we have to check the condition if a of j is less than a of mean. If we found that a of j is less than a of mean, you have to make sure mean is pointing at the same place where j is pointing. So mean equal to j you have to do. So we have to keep on doing this till we get the minimum element. Once we get the minimum element, we have to compare whether the index where mean is pointing is same as I. If the mean index and I index is not same, mean is not equal to I, then you have to swap. So this is 3 steps are basically swapping. Temp variable is used for swapping. So we are swapping. So once you do this repeatedly, just print the sorted array. This is for printing. This array is taken for printing the final sorted array. So if I run this, I'll get this as output. You can see initially the unsorted array was given 32, 23, 12 and 21. The sorted array after applying selection sort is what? In the past 0 or iteration 1, 12 gets its place. 23, 32 and 21 not in sorted order, but 12 will be at the start. It is sorted in the first iteration. In second iteration, 21 also will get its place. So 12 and 21 are sorted. And in the third iteration, 12, 21 and 23 are sorted. Okay, only 32 will remain. Since it is the only element remain, it will be at the last only. So in 3 iteration we got the answer, that is 12, 21, 23 and 32. So first element gets the place, smallest element gets its place first, okay, and the largest element gets its place last. So how many iterations are there? Since 4 elements are there, iterations are what? Only 3. If there were 5 element, iteration would have been 4. So number of iterations are 1 less than number of elements you have taken in the array. So this was all about the selection sort algorithm and example. Thank you.